So I think the last SBC of Winter Wildcards, maybe we've got one more coming, is going to be John Stones as a CDM/centre mid. So I'm going to cost you an 86, 84 and 82 rated squads, all containing Team of the Weeks, which is a little bit dirty, but they are coming down in price quite a lot right now, so it's not too bad. John Stones is very, very interesting. First of all, we're going to go through the stats, but there is something about this card which really does strike me and is very, very tempting to do. But I'll get into that shortly, as I said. 4-star weak foot, medium high, 6'2", control lengthy with the chem style that we do have on him, which is an anchor. Block plus, which is very, very poor. Arguably the worst in the defensive playstyles, maybe other than Bruiser. He's got intercept though, which is quite nice. He's got press, proven, aerial and long throw. Playstyles really aren't the best on this card and could be an entire turn off for a lot of people. He can play centre mid and CDM, as we've already stated. And the in-games are interesting. He's got 76 acceleration and 84 sprint speed, so a bit of a dodgy pace split there in my opinion. He's got great passing, 87 vision, 96 short pass and 88 long pass is brilliant. His dribbling stats are also incredible. Great agility and balance for a centre-back, 80 and 75 respectively. 93 reactions and 94 composure is insanely good for that CDM role / centre-back role. 91 ball control and 81 dribbling, also insane. Defensively, very solid as well. 88 interceptions and head accuracy, 90 for both defensive awareness and stand tackle, and 88 slide. 89 jumping with aerial, brilliant. 80 stamina, more than good enough for this CDM role. 82 strength and 85 aggression is a little bit low, but with the anchor applied, up to 84 pace, goes up to 98 stand tackle, 94 defensive awareness, 92 head accuracy and interceptions, with 97 jumping, 90 strength, and also 89 aggression. What I was going to say is, this Rude Hullet can play centre-back, right? And I wouldn't recommend playing him there. But in-game, what you can do, which is very, very interesting with this John Stones, is, of course, do this in-game. Play Hullet as your midfielder and Stones as your centre-back. I certainly think you can play there quite well, but sadly, without anticipate, I think it'll be a little bit of a worry. We're going to be playing him as that deep lying CDM / centre mid in the 4-3-2-1, as you would have just saw. Let's get into a few games with John Stones and see if he's worth these free squads. If you need cheap, fast and reliable FC24 coins, make sure to go to MMOEXP.com and use my code VIPER to get 5% off your order. Right then guys, first game now coming up with John Stones. We're in Champs qualifiers and this is a bit of an interesting card, isn't it? You know, for the reasons I've already stated, I feel like it's an interesting card. It's going to be interesting to see what his passing's like, because if he has got insane passing, you know, I'm a massive fan of this man right here who we're jockeying with, Zorbadia, and I think, or is it Zorbadia? Yeah, I think it is. And I really like him because of his ability to play out from the back, and I think it's really underrated this year how good that is. So John Stones is going to be a very, very interesting card to test out for that reason, in my personal opinion. Of course, with press proven as well, he's going to be able to do that kind of left stick dribbling really comfortably there. That was nice from him. And it's just about going to be seeing, you know, what this card can actually offer in terms of his tackling and stuff like that. That's a nice tackle, but because he doesn't have anticipate, that's tough. Because if he does have anticipate there, we're winning the ball back and we're starting a breakaway. And it is kind of sad that there are some playstyles on this game that if you don't have, they're not necessarily meta. I'm not going to quickly say that about John Stones already. That'd be way too early to say that. That's a poor pass. He's got to be finding that, really. And, you know, we're going to be comparing this card as well, actually, to Roy Keane, who hasn't long been released, well, released yesterday. What on earth is going on? And he's got no passing play styles as well, man, which is a little bit disappointing, especially for John Stones, who is insane at passing. And that's one of his, like, biggest things, you know. It's a little bit sad for him not to have that, in my opinion. But yeah, what we might do at half-time in this game, guys, we might move him down to centre-back and see what he's like there. We might have to sub off our current centre-back. You know, there is certainly an argument that he could play there quite comfortably, or he should be able to play there very comfortably. Sadly, though, with no long ball plus or long ball play style full stop, it's going to be a bit frustrating that he hasn't just got that. Because, you know, as I said to you, I'm a massive fan of Zorbadia. I think Zorbadia is absolutely incredible. Jockeying doesn't feel bad on Stonesy, I have to say. You know, ultimately, guys, this is a centre-back playing in midfield here. That is the bottom line. So if you do have a way to get this card to play in centre-back, I highly recommend it. And that's what we'll do at half-time. We'll move him into centre-half, I think. You know, if you've got someone like Zorbadia who could play CD... Jesus Christ, Allison. What have I just seen? If you've got someone like, you know, Hullet or just Zulbadir as well. These kind of cards can play in, you know, the CDM role. Maybe a little bit better than John Stones. So you could have that argument there. I don't think he's been bad in this game so far. He feels really nice because of the press proven. As the first thing I would say. That's awful from me. That's absolutely terrible. But yeah, because he's got press proven, he's going to be able to turn on a sixpence really easily in that midfield, which means you could beat the press quite comfortably, but you can get that with Hullet as well, right? It's not something that's like exclusive to John Stones. It's just another thing, right? Another thing that's quite nice about the card, in my opinion. Now, block you won't feel too much. Block is a very defensive play. So if you do come under the cosh quite a lot, you will kind of feel block a little bit. But block really is quite an overrated playstyle and largely pointless, basically. That is what I would say there. Oh, Zulbadir's cost me a little bit there, but we've got the ball here with Stones. This is where he can drive out. He's on that controlled lengthy as well. I forgot to add that in the start, that we are playing him on controlled lengthy. And that's what I'm going to like about him, right? His ability to play out from the back. He's got to do better there. He's got to do better. He's got to be able to hold him off. I think he's got Bruiser, hasn't he? Has to do better in that scenario there. Has to. Really, really poor. So far, guys, I think, you know, the card's okay. But you can get this kind of card elsewhere right now. So I just don't feel like you really need this card. Not as a central midfielder anyway. Maybe as a well, I say a central midfielder, I mean a CDM. More so about, you know, as a, you know, a centre back, he might be quite good. So poor from me in this game so far, but it's all right. We do get to fill out John Stones a little bit more, which is what we're here to do ultimately. Win that, yeah, nice header, because he's got aerial. That was quite nice there, and we are starting a counter attack here, very fast. Oh, this guy's actually a good player. Go on, Stonesy. Nice again. That's not a foul. Okay. So if you're looking for, once again, similar to yesterday's video, if you're looking for an out-and-out CDM, this Stones might be okay. Do I think he's going to displace like your Hullets, and if you're using him as your CDM? Absolutely not a chance in hell. Absolutely not a chance in hell. But he doesn't feel bad, man. His tackling doesn't feel bad for somebody that doesn't have anticipate. I'll give him some credit there. And yeah, as I said, at half-time of this game, we'll move him into... What has Zulbadir done there? Oh my God. Yeah, at half-time, we'll move him into centre-back, bring Zulbadir into midfield, because I think that's a better switch. Yeah, he does actually feel quite good, to be fair to him. You know, give him some credit. I think it's a pretty poo SBC, this one, though, ultimately. I just feel like it's just a bit pointless, you know. I think it's a bit pointless. We're 1-0 down in this game, though, guys, so let's go to some highlights. Oh, Stones. What a tackle. That... No. What? That was a sick tackle. We're about to start a breakaway there. That's sad. Stones here again. That's a nice pass. He's going to be great as a centre-back. No doubt about it. What is that touch, Salah? What is that touch? See what I mean about kind of beating the press there? How easy it is to turn with him? I think that's quite a nice addition to a lot of these cards nowadays. It's how easy it is to turn, you know, because of press proven. We're still 1-0 down in this game, and I'm going to move John Stones to centre-back now and put Zulbadir into the midfield, or maybe sub Zulbadir out. So let me just quickly show you me doing that. There we go. We're going to do that, and then I think we'll bring a Dharma Traore on, and then put Allison as a CDM. I'll switch it around like that. Let's get into the second half. Go on then, John. Go on then, John. Oh, he is weak. He's really, really weak, even with the anchor applied. You see the way he fell over there? But this is where you should see good stuff from him, right? Because he's got great passing. He's going to be able to kind of set up your fullbacks for the attack straight away with the through balls and stuff, which you can't do with like every centre back on the game. Sorry, I just had to cough there. So that's going to be quite nice. We're unlucky not to score there as well, I feel like. But this John Stones will offer you something at centre back. Not really going to do much for you as a CDM, sadly. It's nice from him there again. That's a good tackle, that. Situations like these, guys, right? You can find that ball very, very comfortably. That's a through ball, which you can't do a lot with centre-backs on this game. So I will give him some credit for that kind of stuff there. But generally speaking, this is quite a mid-SBC from EA. Can he find that out ball? Yes, he can. Now, that's without long balls, so that's quite nice. He can find them balls quite consistently. It's just another ball-playing centre-back, guys. If you don't have one, then this will be a nice card for you. But if you do have your Bobby Moores, your Zulbadirs, I would argue that this is a card that's better than Virgil in terms of a ball-playing centre-back. And I do value the ball-playing centre-backs quite highly, but you kind of need to mix and match them. So you have to have one big bruiser centre-back like Virgil, and then one like John Stones. And if you can get that kind of mix, and you don't have that at the moment, then I feel like this card is quite valuable. But you have to play him as a centre-back. See if we can find this. Keep running Zinchenko. Yeah, see, I like that ball a lot. And that's the ball that I play, like, so much in this game. That's what gets me a lot of my rank 1s and stuff. And it sounds stupid, but that ball is so important to be able to be played. And this is going to be interesting to see with John Stones here, to see how he copes with this. Now, he is lengthy right now. That was actually quite decent jockey speed there. He turned around quite quickly. Of course, he did still get the shot off, even with John Stones having block. Probably should have blocked that one, but all things considered, I don't think that's too bad. That's too bad at all. Another chance here to see what John Stones can do. I tell you something. One thing that I am considering is putting a shadow on him. He's a little bit slow, but I feel like the physicals on him are also too low as they are. So this one's going to be quite up to you what you kind of want. Do you want to continue to improve the physicals? Can you find that? Wow, that's unlucky. Without a long ball, it's a little bit unlucky. But yeah, but it's going to be up to you if you want the insane pace, which you probably do on a ball-playing centre-back, right? But for me, I want the aggression to go up because I'm really aggressive with my centre-backs. So that's going to be up to you what you want to do there. But I certainly wouldn't be playing this card as anything other than a centre-back. That's for damn sure. That's a good ball again. Winners, yeah. He's very good at finding that pass. And he can drive out quite cleanly as well. And then find a good ball there. Look at that. That you can't do with a lot of centre-backs on this game. Not even can I do that with Zulbadia. Zulbadia's just got really good long balls. John Stones can find a whole host of balls. Look at that. Yeah, Stones. That's nice. That's really nice high press there. Oh, what a goal as well, guys. What a goal that is. Come on, John. There we go. Easy for him again there. He's got good tackling considering he doesn't have anticipate. I'll give him that. Right, guys. So 2 games played with John Stones. And my opinions are already made up on this card. And first of all, before we talk about this card in a bit more detail, let me just lean back because I talk better when I'm kind of relaxed. This card's very comparable to Bobby Moore, in my opinion. I think John Stones offers about the same in passing range as Bobby Moore. It's a little bit faster, but not by much. You know, ultimately, what you're doing here is, if you're comparing these cards, the first thing you're going to really look at is the play styles. John Stones' play styles are absolutely atrocious. There's no denying that. He's got abysmal play styles and an awful play style plus. Block plus, block in full stop, which doesn't work very often. So straight away, we can disregard this play style. Bobby Moore's got it, but he's also got jockey and he's got anticipate plus. No silver intercept, which is fair enough. John Stones does really well with the aerial. Aerial's quite nice to have on him because he's quite short for a centre half, which is where you should be playing him. And press proven, again, for a central midfielder, is quite nice, or a CDM as well, is very nice. Do not play this card as a midfielder. Not a chance, guys. Not a chance in hell would I be playing this card as a CDM slash centre mid. It just doesn't offer enough for me. Certainly, you know, he needs some of these passing play styles. Once again, if we go and look at Bobby Moore, Bobby Moore's got 2 passing play styles. He's got long ball and he's got ping pass. If this John Stones had long ball, I think we'd be talking completely different. Now, his passing isn't bad, but Bobby Moore, I'm going to swear here, shits all over him on play styles. That's the first thing. Now, actually, if we have a look at in-games, you can see that passing is quite similar. Of course, Bobby has 99 dribbling, better defending, and about the same physicals here or there. This John Stones is good, but unless you've got Hullet or a player like Hullet that can play in centre-back and then move into the midfield, I don't see why you do this card, because there's no way that you should be playing John Stones as a midfielder. It's just, the bottom line is, don't play this card as a midfielder. He's a good centre-back with very good stats, you know, great passing, sadly no passing play styles. He's got really good dribbling, and you can feel that in game as well. His dribbling is very nice. And his defending is good. Sadly, no anticipate. But Incept still does work really nice for it. And whilst his physicals don't look the best, with an anchor applied, his physicals are very, very nice. One thing I did feel in game with him was he felt a little bit slow, especially in the transitional against the counter attack. You do have to be careful with him. The reason I've gone for an anchor, still got a little boost of the pace, but then you get the aggression and strength boost, which I think is important for this card. But try a shadow on him if you don't like the anchor and you don't like his pace. Will I be completing this SBC? No. The only reason I'll be completing this SBC is if I've got someone that can play in centre back and you want a ball playing centre back and you can't be asked to get Bobby Moore, basically. Do not play this card as a midfielder. I think this is quite an underwhelming SBC, to be honest. I'm going to go 4 out of 10 for the price of it. I'm going to go for a 6.5 out of 10 for the quality of the card. He's a good centre back. He's probably a 2 out of 10 for a central midfielder / CDM, guys. He just doesn't offer enough in the midfield, you know, with bad play styles, ultimately. That's the bottom line. His play styles are terrible. Guys, if you haven't enjoyed today's video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell to play review. But guys, that's going to be it from me for now, so take care.